Hey Leo, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly reading. Let's hope it's love. Alright, let's see what guardian angels and universe has for you, Leo. The world, which is Capricorn. You got water on the table, you got fire on the table, you got the swords on the table. Ooh, Scorpio. No cups. Oh, sorry, you do got cups in it. No pentacles. No pentacles. No pentacles. So does that mean a lot of arguing? A lot of back and forth? Somebody gave somebody an ultimatum. Somebody's trying to figure out what they're going to do. Every time you try to close something out, here somebody comes back. This, the King of Wands to me is you, Leo. Ooh, look at all that wand energy. Oh, Moses, you got the Death card twice sitting next to Ten of Cups, sitting next to the Devil. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, everybody's represented. Whew. This to me right off the bat says that you need to do whatever you need to do for your happiness, Leo. All right, this is transformation, going from death to life or life to death. So it's like, become whoever it is you need to become to get your happy. It's almost like if you're a male, become this male. If you're a female, become this female, right? Because it's like these two individuals with their newborn under the Ten of Cups, but today, yesterday, the day before, you were somebody else, and angels are just saying, if you want it, be it. Okay? With the World card, cycles and integration and coming together, and the Three of Cups, this is happiness and joy and a reason to celebrate, right? And my hand is shaking because I'm resting it on this thing. Happiness, joy coming together, and cycles. So is this a new beginning? Oh, Angel said you guys just had a conversation that you're going to start anew. It's almost like bygones. We're going to let bygones be bygones. All right, we got a new understanding and kind of going forward, this is what we're going to do. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. And with the Three of Cups, right? The Three of Cups represents a group, right? 2 is a couple, 3 is a crowd. Now, the 3 and the third party could have been a counselor, you know, a marriage counselor, relationship counselor, some sort of outside loving figure helping to guide you guys and, you know, kick off this new beginning. For some of you guys, yeah, you could actually have gotten engaged and, you know, moved in, or I just kind of feel like there was some sort of new agreement that was made that made everybody in this particular situation happy, excited about moving forward and moving on. With the Six of Cups and then also the Five of Wands, that says to me, for some of you guys, old habits, allowing bygones to be bygones, is going to be a little rough, right? This is somebody from your past, ex, old love, you know, your kids, your mother, your father, somebody you hold near and dear to your heart, whether past or present, coming in and kind of interfering or creating controversy. Oh, angels say somebody wanting your time. So yeah, it could be an elderly parent that you're taking care of that takes up a lot of your time, which puts a strain on your relationship. It also could be kids as well who are involved in the relationship too, that your person is going back and forth between themselves and their kids and you. Now you have the divine partnership here, which is the King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. You guys love each other. You guys are each other's insanity. All right? You guys are just, two peas in a pod. You freaking make each other crazy, but you love each other so much, right? And at the end of the day, Leo, it is what it is, right? It's almost like you mirror each other. You may be, yeah, he's the male and she's the female, or she could be the masculine, he could be the feminine. It doesn't even freaking matter. But it's almost like you guys are like the opposites that are perfectly attracted and attracting to each other, right? Now opposites again being gender or energy levels, but you're attracted because you're both wands. You know, wands is that fiery energy. You both got hot mouths on you. So when you argue, you know, you could have some pretty ugly arguments, you know, but also at the same time, when you guys make up, you could pretty much start a freaking fire. You know what I mean? That here with Scorpio again with the death card, you know, that says to me again, there was an agreement on the table that basically says we both agreed to let this stuff go. One of you, to an extent, is having to let go of your person cheating on you, your person betraying you, your person, you know, talking to other people or be acting inappropriately. It's like, I want to put an end to that shit. Like, one of you guys is going to have to do it if you haven't done it already. You gotta put an end to third-party situations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, third party does not only mean a physical other person. It could be that somebody in the situation is a workaholic. The third party could be you work on your car too much, you hang out with your friends too much, you work your job too much, you always at your mother's house working on her stuff too much. A third party just kind of means that that energy, instead of being split into two, is now split into three, right? Now, with the devil and the two of swords, angels are saying this is pretty much alarming, right? Because it's almost like there is an addiction, a powerlessness, an obsessiveness that here that somebody is not acknowledging. They're not acknowledging and they're not addressing. It's almost like that situation where you're like, oh, it's going to go on. I hope it goes away on its own. And it could be this third party situation where it's, look, I got to kill it off. Because if I don't do it, it's not going to go away on its own. And by the way, whatever this third party situation is, here's the death card again. It needs to be gotten rid of in order for us to be happy. So this agreement again could have been this person, whether it's you, Leo, or your person, saying, okay, the thing that always throws us into an argument, I'm going to go ahead and work on that. I'm going to do better. I'm going to get better. Okay, that's the only way that we're going to survive. Your person could be like, yeah, because every time you start cursing or putting me down or whatever it is, that just turns me off and makes me want to leave you, right? That's what's hurting the relationship, by the way. Whatever this devilish behavior is, whether it's coming from you, Leo, or your person, it's killing the relationship. And up until this point, it feels like it's not being addressed. It's not being acknowledged. It's kind of like being swept up under the rug, right? And also at the same time, when you guys do get into it, it's almost like, yeah, we're getting into it because we've been around each other too long. You know, I've been here every day. Let me just go and take a break. No, because happily ever after involves being around each other every day. You see what I mean? So whatever it is that you guys think that's causing you guys to separate or get into arguments and move away from each other, that's not it. Okay? What's the problem is whatever this betrayal was, whatever this negative, toxic, addictive, obsessive behavior is. It could be argument. It could be a bad attitude. It could be anything. That's what's killing your relationship. That's what needs to be addressed. That's what needs to be kind of quote unquote killed off before you guys can move over into a happily ever after state of being. Okay, so let's pull 3 romance angel cards because this is supposed to be a love reading and see what God, angels, universe has for you, Leo. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Nice. Yep. To get to the 10 of Cups, you got to get to the engagement, right? To get to the happily ever after, I do. You got to start with the engagement. And again, what I'm also hearing is you guys have to act like you want to be together. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people are like, oh, we started out as friends. Oh, friends argue and bicker and also separate. However, a couple, the two of you, right? You're supposed to be united. So they say. So I've read. Right? So it's almost like you guys are not fighting like you're united. You're fighting like you're two separate and want to be separate individuals. Now, also at the same time, if you're not married, yeah, it's kind of hard to fight as being united, but there should be some sort of unity in there somewhere. Next card, past life relationship. You have known each other before. Right? You got the Six of Cups on the table, so that makes sense to me. And like I said to you, this is karmic, soul, whatever you want to call it. You guys are like the same person in two different bodies, which, you know, would be the definition of a twin flame, right? I just personally don't believe in that stuff. But this could be a twin flame situation, especially with the devil present. Me as a reader, the devil will always be present in divine partnerships. Last card. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, right? This is that person getting turned off. Like, yo, we're doing fine, and then all of a sudden, here you go with this nasty mouth, and it just turns me off, and that makes me feel like I don't want to be with you. Remember, guys, readings are like the weather, right? So if I say to you, oh, it's going to be 38 degrees, that doesn't mean within a 24-hour period that 38 degrees is going to hold that whole time, because the universe is changing and shifting and growing. So when you see unrequited love or you see these readings, they only represent a certain moment in time, okay? Or a certain situation or a certain scene, if you will, right? If we were watching a movie, this would represent one scene. So when you see unrequited love, you know, don't be like, oh, he don't love me, she don't love me. No, it just means when you become a bitch and we start arguing, I don't like you in those situations, right? And you get out of hand. Make me not want to be with you, all right? Card at the bottom, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, right? That whole vulnerability. Open up. It's hard to open up when you're arguing all the time. It really is. It's hard to open up when you guys are on the verge of breaking up every other Tuesday. So, you know, again, when it comes to unity and becoming one, like I've read, that requires a lot more vulnerability and opening up. So these two people, y'all are not going to survive happily ever after. You will burn each other out before you do. Okay? You guys have to transform into the emperor and the empress, right? Because the emperor and the empress represents, emperor is all kings, empress is all queens. Okay? And they are elevated. Okay? So Leo, dudettes. Work more towards your goal, not more towards the present moment circumstances. All right, guys, that's all I have. If it resonates, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Love you. Bye.